Yeah, fellas, welcome to the show. Sorry, you guys see me eat my breakfast. Mm, nothing like honeydew melon. Um, Planet Side. He says, "Hey man, to be honest, I hate everything in my life. It's not only that I don't have a girlfriend, I also made big mistakes in life I can't change. I don't have white privilege. I'm a second-class citizen, so that sucks. Um, you're not one of those black defeatist dudes, are you? Like savvy guy. In fact, is that you? I don't know. I don't see a photo on there. If you're black, when you point this out, you make the white supremacists very happy. Okay, all you're doing is feeding them their joy. So if you feel that way, you want to keep it to yourself, and start working on fixing what's wrong in your life. Now, we've all made mistakes, and eventually you'll be able to get around those mistakes. Let's continue. Second class citizen, so that sucks. You must be black. Also, people have better life than me. Why is life so unfair? All my ex-girlfriends cheat on me. So you did have girlfriends. So you've had pussy. So you had some good in your life. You're able to go out there and attract a woman into your life. Think about that. And all the males I talk to, they can't do that. So whatever's wrong with them didn't hit you. So think of that as a positive. Focus on that one positive right there. And think about it. Meditate on it for a couple of days. Yeah, this old motherfucker's right. I was able to get girlfriends. Never mind they all cheat on you. You're picking the wrong kind of girls, but you still got girlfriends. And treating me like shit. Women are evil and shallow. They don't accept you for who you are. Women have way more standards than men. You said weak men take suicide. I didn't say they suicide. I want to come out right now, fellas. There's going to be a revolutionary change in my ideology. I support MGTOW. Okay? I think MGTOW is a great place for guys like Planet Side here to go. Okay? I just listened to a guy yesterday who was MGTOW. Hunkler, something Hunkler. And at 1 minute into his video, I then decided that I now support MGTOW. I'm going to see if I can find that video and play it for you, so you can see what made my decision. I can only play the audio version of it. So listen very carefully.
Hey, I'm back. Did you think I ran out of horror stories? I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started. Anyways, yeah. No, I ain't running out of fucking horror stories. Oh, I got plenty of fucking horror stories.
I hope you can hear this.
I kept track. I paid attention. I did my research. Yeah.
Listen carefully.
Yep. And so anyway, let me tell you about the kind of stuff that goes on in my town.
Turn your volume up. Listen carefully.
Let me tell you what goes on in my fucking town. Let me fucking tell you what fucking goes on in my fucking town. Let me tell you what goes on in my fucking town. All right? Because I'm fucking done with it. I want to fucking I just want to fucking you know what I'm saying?
He's living his days in the caves, biting on rabbit fur. That motherfucker wigged out. I don't want men like that ever being around women. If you're like that and you're negative, self-defeatist, I don't want you around women. Just leave women alone. Go your own way. Have a nice life. Women don't need that kind of shit. Drugging through life. Yeah. I now support MGTOW, fellas. Oh, yeah. I see the goodness there. It'll keep guys who are I don't know how to say it, but it'll keep them away from women. Okay, let's go back to our comments. Planetside. I have no love in my life. It feels like a prison. I hate everyone. I hope Donald Trump wins so he can ruin the country for me. I hate people that have been backstabbing me, using me, and been abusive towards me. I have so much hatred inside. Okay, we got to stop you right now and get you to realize that you did this to yourself. Okay, you're the one who put all this hatred inside of yourself. You're the one that caused all the girlfriends to cheat on you. You're the one that caused women to be the way they are towards you. Look at how I live my life. I have my women kissing my feet, holding a sign saying property player supreme. Okay, so obviously I did something different in my life that you didn't do. You did something else that created this. I did something else that created that. So it's just a mere matter of you going back to recreate so that you get on a right path. Okay? Can you accept that? And I don't even know where to start with you, except focus on the good that you've achieved in your life. Number one, you've got a life. Number two, you've gotten women. Look like lots of women that the majority of people that watch me can't even do. So you can do something these guys can't do. A lot of my fellows cannot even do. Think about that. How hard it is for them to go find a woman. And you've done that. Now, so they're sluts. You still found women. That's a skill right there, brother. If you could teach other guys how to do the same thing, you'd be in business. Right away, if you accept that ideology and start your own channel, because you've gotten women, figure out, what did you do that got you to women? And then maybe help other guys. It'll turn your life to a more positive vibrations to the negative. Once you see the negativity, it just multiplies. You go down, you go down, you go down, you go down to where you're like you, which is MGTOW. I'm not recommending it, but if that's the direction you're going in, good luck with that. Okay. I'd rather see males turn themselves around to more positive and work their way out of things. Oh, he's back. You talked about Kent on your videos. I don't talk about Kent. In fact, I call him the unnameable one. So either you're Kent. No, Kent has a girlfriend. He goes in one of your videos, to be honest, I think his girlfriend is fictional since I haven't seen her. Well, I've learned from one of my fellows on my forum who I guess he's half in, half out. You're half in, half out when you watch these guys' videos. Something in you is still vibing with these guys. That's why you watch videos. Amstown. So you're not all the way into the positive light. Anyway, he's the one that stated on my forum that he had a girlfriend. I haven't seen her, and he's making a lot of gaming videos, but he claims he is with her, and he said she needs time so give her time. There were too many holes in his story. It didn't make sense. I hate when blacks only want to date white chicks and act like they're some kind of god because they're white, by the way. I have no problem with that. I don't think any woman is God. It is so over the top that you got to walk around and brag. I don't know where you're coming from with that, but good luck with that. Amon Ra, Supreme, do you think the YouTube channel Fight Tips give good fighting advice? You cannot learn to fight from a book or a video, okay? What channels on self-defense do you recommend? I don't get into that on YouTube. I come to YouTube to talk to you guys, or I watch Van Dwelling. Look it up. Type it into search in Van Dwelling. I watch Enigmatic Nomadics channel. I am now watching, I recommend for all the black fellas, the channel called Professor Black Truth. And it's not the Black Authority, it's the guy that people mistake him for. He split his channel, he opened up a new channel, Professor Black Truth. If you're black, only if you're black, okay? He has a really good series on white crime. I had no idea it was that bad. I've watched every video he's made now. The murders that's going on within the white community, it's amazing. The rapes. So he's doing that type of stuff. Let's see. I also watch RV stuff. I don't watch weight trainers unless I'm looking for something. I don't watch the Hodge twins. You know, they're really popular. I don't watch that kind of stuff. Every now and then I'll watch some comedy guys. I've been watching that Trevor guy from South Africa, but I stopped. You know, I go through a period where I watch a bunch of videos and I'll stop. I'm watching a girl called Cyn, S-C-Y-N, in Black Consciousness. I've watched all of her videos, I believe, almost all of them. I don't watch, you know, I'm already a trainer, so I don't watch anything on those guys. A lot of them are steroid junkies. I don't just do like you guys do with YouTube. I'll watch tutorials. Like there's a program, a plugin called Thrive. I've been watching some of their tutorials so I can learn things. I watch I do watch the survival stuff, what's called bushcrafting and camping videos. So that's me. I did watch a few MMA stuff though. I do admit I watched probably about 10 of them. I never actually seen an MMA fight before, by the way, fellas. I remember when it came out, I ignored it. I'm old school boxing. When I was in Japan, I'd watch kickboxing. And I know MMA is kickboxing with grappling. But I never really got into it until I just started watching a few videos. I haven't watched any since. Also not trying to be an asshole when it comes to history. I just like sharing knowledge back and forth. What I'm afraid of is because there are Caucasians watching the channel, a lot of black guys are angry. So they want to rub stuff in their faces. And that's what I'm afraid of. Okay? The people who watch my channel, yes, they're Caucasian. Yes, they do have the benefits of that. Most of them don't even know about it. They don't even know jack shit about history. They've been programmed by the dominant society. So they're like the shills. They have no knowledge of this stuff, man. I like to drop it for you guys. So if you're dropping for the fellas, that's okay. But if you're dropping it to like a rub on some white folks, then that's not okay. Okay? So we got to be careful of that. A lot of angry black dudes out there. When you go too deep, you get angry. And that's what you got to be careful of, going too deep. When you start getting that anger stuff, come on. Egal Chabel. I've noticed I get treated differently when I wear nice clothes versus when I'm dressed casually. Yes. Women judge men on whether they're broke or not looking at, or not by broke or not by looking. I'm not sure what you're saying here. Rewrite your sentence. Get a nice car helps a lot. A lot of guys get mad and say women are shallow and materialistic, but men are shallow too. Get over it. I agree with you 100%, Egal. Good statement. Would you guys like to see a woman dressed in some dirty flip-flops, some dirty shorts with mud all over them, and pig shit on her top? No, you want her to be nicely dressed. So it always wonders me how so many guys can show up looking all dusty and bummy, and then want females to be looking a certain way. I'm with you on that, Egal. Sorry I'm eating in front of you fellas. So I'm hungry. Right now, some dusty ass nerd, geek, is probably recalling something he read about or read on a blog about honeydew melons. Supreme, you should. Don't. I'll clown you if you do. Angelo. Hello, Supreme. I have a question. Thank you. Finally, somebody with a question. Do you think it's important for young men to fuck a lot of women? If so, why? I'm a 21-year-old virgin, but there are girls who give me signals. One girl has texted me. I feel like talking to a stranger. Another girl has liked all my photos on Facebook. Some girls have tried to contact me, but they are all below average looking, and I'm not particularly attracted to them. I don't know what to do. There are also people who say you need to find the right one. That is wrong. Act like a dog. It is not wrong. Act like a dog. That is modern day ideology. If you look at the history of man, we had more than one wife in the past. It's only because the rich, the kings, why we cannot have more than one wife. By the way, fellas, in case you didn't know that, church and state got together. So we also blame the church. Back in the old Christian days, the beginning of Christian days, men had more than one wife also. The priests used to be able to get married. But because of the greed of the Catholic Church, because they wanted to be able to get the land the priests owned, because the priests were passing the land on to their sons, they outlawed marriage for priests. And they made it a homosexual haven. So people don't ask, why didn't that guy marry? Why didn't he look at women? They started their own downfall. So it is normal for a young man to go out and sow his oats. Even in the Catholic-ridden Latin society. Okay? I don't know if you have any males around you, Angelo, but it sounds like, oh, okay, I'm reading some more. He has traits of Asperger's. I just saw my older brother last night. I want to ask you guys with Asperger's something. I remember as far back as being 3 years old. I remember lots of events in my head. And talking to my older brother, he has no memory of the past. And he said to me, well, why would I want to be stuck in the past? I'm only going to live. He's got cancer, certain kind of cancer that's dormant right now, but he wants to look to the future. But he has no memory of our childhood stuff. So I was wondering if that's just him, or is that a condition of people with Asperger's? Let me know. Do you remember your childhood, Angelo? But getting to your problem, you should be out there sowing your wild oats. Okay? You should be fucking a lot of women. How are you gonna know what you like in a woman if you don't test them out and find out? How are you gonna know what kind of man you are if you're not out there dealing with women? Because the woman will show you what kind of man you are. If you're a simp, it'll come out. Then you know what you got to do to correct yourself. Instead of waiting for that perfect one to come along, you won't be able to handle her unless you have skills on handling women. That's the mistake a lot of the, mothers make when they talk to their kids, their boys, because they didn't want to be dogged out. Somehow they got probably had a player in their lives, a Latin lover. So you got the wrong advice. It is manly, listen to me, fellas, it is manly to date lots of women and be free. Okay? I'm not saying go out there and just fuck everything that moves, but definitely put some females on your team. I don't know what's wrong with today's society. It's fucked. Versus my generation, it's fucked. There are also people who say you can find the right one. How are you going to be able to be with the right one if you have never had a relationship with a woman? Never had sexual experience? Do you think the right one is going to sit there while you fiddle around with her? Or do you think, saying, God, this guy's good looking, but he can't fuck? And then she ends up cheating on you with a guy who's half your looks. Also, I'm honest, he says. I find it hard to say lies. Tell me I did it. Tell me you're dating the women. Okay? Don't wait till you're 40 to become honest in the game. By the way, fellas, I didn't get in the game, back in the game until I was in my late 20s. 28, somewhere in there. Okay? Because I got my first girlfriend. She stopped taking the birth control pills, tricked me into getting her pregnant. And I did the old-fashioned thing, got married. I was just saying last night, my mother's in the hospital. She fell and broke her other hip. So I was saying, you know, I actually never had wanted kids. But I'm glad about my boys now, my kids now. But I wanted to be single all my life. I knew that I wasn't made to settle down. And settling down was the hardest thing. That's why I kept back doors. But it was the hardest thing. It felt like my power was draining away into the soil. You know, I was at the height of my power in the game, ready to explode. I go anywhere and meet women. A little confession here. I gave Jovina an ultimatum last week because she didn't want to live in an RV. I said, well, you're either going to come with me or you're not. And I started thinking, okay, maybe I should attract someone else. That was actually the week before. Last week, some white chick with big boobs, I'm training the park, walked up to me and said my son's name. So I thought she knew my son, but yeah, I was talking with someone else. So we were talking. Obviously, there's attraction between us. Immediate attraction. And then Jovina drives up. Parked behind me. I'm in the park doing my training. We're both leaning on my truck. So she walked off. I started training Jovina. Last Thursday, in fact, I believe it was. I finished training some clients. Same woman shows up. Now this woman used to own a gym. She's in the same stuff I'm into. I talked to her for an hour. I'm Reiki's healer. She's also into healing. She does psychic stuff. That's kind of what I like. People are into the whole psychic stuff because they're intuitives. And sex with them is unfucking believable. It's between me and them. That's why I talk about you almost feel the presence of God. When the two of you come together, that energy comes together, becomes an energetic thing because she knows how to move her energy. I know how to move my energy. It becomes a thing of energy, not a thing of you physical rat fucks. You just run like a goat, get a busted nut. It becomes something metaphysical. And I've experienced that with a few females out there who are intuitives. So I know that's the potential that's there. And we talked for a fucking hour. Yesterday, one of my clients, I'm looking out for her because I didn't want to, I'm trying to shut it down. And one of my clients noticed, I said, what are you doing? And I told her about it. Then Jovina showed up. She thought she was going to get me in trouble. I had already told Jovina about the chick. And I said, I'm going to shut it down. Because once you have the game in you, it will always be there. I've talked to Grease. Grease is back. He went down to his home country. He was born here, but his parents are Jamaican. So he went down to Jamaica for 30 days or whatever. He went down there, fucked all kind of females. Told his dad about his game. His dad was also a master of the game too. And it is passed from a father to the son. My father to me, to my son Tracy, who's not in the game anymore as well. I've seen it, and I see it in Greece. I don't know how many women he fucked, but he didn't have to pay for anything. White women are going down to Jamaica to find young black males. I guess they're well endowed in Jamaica. I've heard that story down there because the African DNA is real strong there or something. I don't know what it is, but the white women from America and all over, actually, he met a chick that's 6'1" from Spain. Yeah, and she came after him. The women that were doing the sex stuff, they only wanted young ones. But they look at him, he said, with fear. But questioning in their eyes also. So he wants to settle down from the game and not having women. Just one or two. And I explained to him, it's not going to happen that way. They're always going to find you. You guys remember, if you've been through my past shows, you remember I was sitting in Denny's after I'd settled down with Jovina a couple of years. I was about 260 pounds. I was getting soft. And you guys remember the chick named Amanda that came up and gave me her phone number from seeing me? Well, I made eye contact. She came up before she left and gave me her fucking phone number. That's how strong the game is when you develop it within you. It's a power, an energy. Okay? You put out the thought, like I talked about before, when I lived on V Street, downtown, before I go out, I put in my head, okay, I'm open to meeting someone tonight. And I'll go to the club. And you guys have been on my site, you remember we were talking about how one time it took till 1 o'clock. The club closed at 1:15 before I met the right one. But it's a strength, it's a power that you can develop within yourself, that you have, which I think I'm going to shut up about right now. Those of you that have been deep in the game, you know what I'm talking about. The rest of you guys, just work on your physical stuff, your confidence, your how to talk to females, how to escalate. Okay. But listening to Grease's story, I could see everywhere he went, females could feel it. Females can feel your vibe, by the way, fellas. They can feel your vibe. They can tell when you're fucking, sometimes they can tell when you're fucking weird, awkward, stuck in your head types. When you guys are stuck in your head, you don't realize the physical vibration that you give off, because I used to do that. Because I was shy. I think everybody's looking at me, judging me. Afraid to dance because they might look at the way I'm dancing and judge me. I know exactly what you shy guys are doing. And what it really is it's vanity. You're vain. You're self-centered and vain. Also, I'm honest. I don't say lies, for example, make them believe I have a romantic interest in them, when in reality, I just want to bang them. Why would you say that to them? You ain't got to say that to them. There's no moral code that says, hey, I just want to fuck you, by the way. That's a sign of someone who ain't right in the head, actually. Okay? You had no social skills. You wouldn't say that to a girl. Come on. Here's how it works. You go out to a club, A girl sees you, she becomes attracted to you. You dance with her. You guys share drinks. You dance some more. You kiss goodbye. You exchange numbers, and then you call her. You go on a date, preferably a coffee date. Then you go on a big date, and then you invite her over. You invite her over to your place, and you make out. Sometimes it may lead to where she may have to, take you by the hand because you're not man enough, obviously, and drag you to the bedroom and seduce you. You start having sex. Do you know, of all the females I've been with, I have never, ever, including the one I'm with right now, said, "You want to be my girlfriend?" I've never asked any of them to be my girlfriend. We just kind of start cohabitating as we start seeing each other. I have had women say, "So what is this now?" I hate that question. What are we now? We're having fun. And I leave it at that. But I've never asked a woman to be my woman. So if you're doing that whole Hollywood shit, give her a box with a note in it, "Will you be my girlfriend?" Skip it. You're not in reality. How many guys who have had females have asked, "Will you go steady with her?" I don't even know what the words are. How would you ask a girl to be yours? We just start hanging together. Next you know, you're calling her your girlfriend. And she's calling you, well, usually she will call you her boyfriend first, okay? I'd actually have rarely called a girl my girlfriend. Jovina's one of the few. So I know with women, they latch on fast, and this is my boyfriend. They start introducing you for your reaction also. When they introduce you to other women. They're, by the way, they're looking for that reaction from you. If you haven't said anything about that kind of stuff before, she's gonna be watching your reaction. Okay, so be wise. Don't act like you have shock on your face. I gotta finish this. I have a 12 o'clock appointment, client or consultation. By the way, I'm no longer doing singles. You gotta sign up for 4. That way I can give you the best help. I should have never did singles because I can't help you in this one session. Bangura, love the fact you saved your old videos. Thank you, Bangura. And you like that old video. I'll be uploading some more of those. I was gonna do a hangout, but my mom fell and broke her hip on Sunday. So I found out about it. I don't know if I did a show. I did a podcast and went to the hospital. Kara Hawkins, I've been in the same situation dating white women. I never meet their parents, siblings, and hardly their friends. It's always usually a jump-off situation, meaning just sex for me. Yep. My current relationship I have now is the first one in my life, and it's not easy for me. Yeah. I prefer not to meet the family. I would, Jovina's dad said, he's not allowed in my house. It's because of her little sister. Her little sister kids are black, as dark as I am. She did against her father's wishes. He was older. She was in high school. She had to drop out of high school to have kids, I think, or I don't know. No, she was 17, I think, when she had her first one. But anyway, getting up and bad. The guy was one of the Temple brothers. Didn't give her a penny to help raise the kids. A dreamer, thought he'd be a rapper one day, which he never became. And the son grew up same thing, smokes weed, and thought he was gonna be a rapper, and didn't work out. Now he's on welfare. Anyways, I really was pissed off about it, but I don't want to meet her family. Because when I first met Jovina, I was planning to do the old okie doke on her. She's just one of the females I was fucking. But then she was there for me when my little brother died, and I Realized, I knew she was a good woman because after the next day she made the bed. That one criteria that I learned from a man named John Manikis, one of the rich Greeks in Sacramento. He's the one that taught me that. If she gets up and makes the bed next morning, that makes a lot of sense. I didn't make that up. I learned that from someone else, a rich playboy, because they say that he would never settle down. But he actually found someone that was worthy and settled down. In his, I think he was late 40s when he settled down. Real nice guy. He has a cousin named same name, but by Little John. He does painting contractor in Sacramento. Carol Hawkins, again. These young guys don't understand hoe chase is a waste of energy and go through lots of bullshit with women always. There's a fellow on my forum that's named Autistic Savant. He's Latino. A long time ago, I had a conversation when I told him, he had a certain look. I told him to grow his hair. And I told him also the hoe chase back then. I don't recall what the condition was, but I knew that he had a certain look about him. And he's been with 7 women since then, and he wants more. He grew his hair out, and he's also going to start modeling now. He's what you guys could do if you actually listen to what I said. Like DJ Dan, in the video from Geek to Pimp. I told him to grow his hair long, hit the gym. He did that. His game blew up. He even had a MILF that took him around the world. I met DJ Dan. I'll meet any of my guys that come to my town. Actually, I drove to the wine country because she was taking him through the wine country. And they paid for our dinner and got to meet and sit and talk and meet one of the guys. Anyways, he did okay on hoe chasing because it got rid of his approach anxiety. I told him, okay, now you're going to be a PUA dude. I made fun of him at first, but then I saw his photo of how he'd blown up. And this guy can do it. Because hoe chasing is based on looks, like I said. If you're really good looking, you have a certain look about you, it's a numbers game. You're not going to get every girl, but you'll get a percentage of them. And you got to figure out what your percentage is, like sales. What's your closing percentage? But for those of us who are average, close to average, we can't. It just sucks. All the rejection just fucking sucks. And that's what PUAs don't tell these weird, creepy, super average looking dudes, if not unattractive dudes that come to them looking for magic acts. Egal says some people hoe chase to get over approach anxiety though. He is the only person that I've seen, the film I just talked about, that it actually worked. Let me just take that back. Jonathan went through PUA and it actually worked for him. Okay. The problem is the majority, it doesn't work for the majority. Depends how strong your mind is. You let that shit get to you, it stays with you. It fucks you up. They approach chicks who they know want nothing to do with them, just to practice. I don't call that practice, Egal. If you learn how the universe works, you'll learn what I'm talking about. You're in Africa, so ask the grandmothers over there how the universe works, how the effect of constant rejection would be on your life. Look at the fellow that I started the show with. I hate everything. Look at negativity is doing to his life. Kamani Brown. What's up, Supreme? I've been trying to buy your book, How to Become a Real Man and More. It won't let me. I think there's something wrong with your store website, man. Let me know when it's fixed. It won't let me sign up. Did I ever do this one? It won't let me sign up or purchase. I just had orders come in. But fuck, they updated WordPress again. Remember I talked about that in the video? I'm gonna go through like a regular customer. Let's go to the main site. Not gonna log in or anything. Okay, it's up. I'm clicking on my store. It's fast. No. Still click on my store. There it is. The click came in. Okay, let's see. I'm going to right click on the red button where it says click here on a couple of products. Let me go down to get the one you're looking for. How to be a real man. 8 steps to becoming a real man. Let's see, where is it at? Okay, I'm on the site. It took me to the site. I hope you're going to the playersupremeshow.info, not the Player Supreme Show. I don't use playersupreme.info anymore. Let's see. Okay. I'm at the site. Only thing coming up is the. Well, let me click on how to become a real man. See what that does. Okay, there's the video. There's the PayPal. I need better advertising. Because I lost the old site, the old channel, I lost all of my advertising stuff, videos and stuff. Let's click on PayPal. You know, there's no sales stuff here except for the video. I just went to PayPal. There actually should have been, okay, never mind. The second one I clicked up, the PayPal button's there. My advertising sucks ass. That's what I wanted to say. Ah, shit. The video for my consultation is gone. I forgot about that. But everything's working. Are you on a cell phone? Please go to a computer and use a real fucking computer. Okay? I prefer you not to try from a fucking cell phone. There, brothers. Frank. Damn, guys, dressing well isn't hard. Our great-grandparents did it. My grandparents, that would be my grandparents also. Modern Americans are slobs, though. Can't even coordinate colors. Primitive cultures can't even do that. Even our celebrities nowadays walk around like bums. But go look at the old stars like Cary Grant, Clark Gable, Sidney Poitier. He's very correct. They also wore, you know, the hats back then. I like that era. I like watching old black and white movies too. Michael Nolan, the vibe that you give off to people that keeps you at a distance, and women are more sensitive. That's something I rarely talked about. A lot of guys that are here, you have a vibration that you're broadcasting, by the way. We all do. Some of you guys' vibration is set on repel, though. Like the first person who I talked about, the planet dude, of course his vibration being negative is set on repel. What woman wants to go around, let's put it like this. Have you guys ever seen a pig farm, been even anywhere near? You can smell a pig farm like miles before you get there. That's what it's like for negative people. Imagine negative people are like a pig farm. You can smell them, feel them before you even get there. Can you imagine being locked up with that dude? Like Planet Guy? I'd want to jump out of a window, spending 5 minutes with Planet Guy. Michael says I'm 5'10". That's good height. So you're good, man. Never seen height as an issue. Night shot. Hoe chasing is giving my power away. Fuck that. I'll wait until I'm more powerful. You already are powerful, Nitrile. You just don't even realize it, man. We all have strength and energy and power within us. We just got to change our vibration so it can come out the right way. And it's done through here. So cool. I don't look at a female with her boyfriend at any basketball court, even if she is hottest chick. Good. That way, she and his boyfriend looks below, meaning her chick ain't that. You lost the English there, man. Yeah, I don't try to look at guys' chicks either. Some chicks like to collect your look, make themselves feel good. No way. I'm not making her feel good. Take my points and put it on her. See, when you give a girl a look, you're giving her points. You're giving her your points. You look at whole chicks like that. When you throw your look at her, you'll give away some points. When you run up to her, you'll give away some major points. Okay? So now she has her points plus a bunch of my points. And I'm down here. She knows what I want. I'm down here. She has my points, her points, and all the points of all the guys that have thrown her looks, said things about her height. Hey, you're so beautiful. She's all way up here. How many women have told you that you are beautiful? How many women have told you that you're fine, you're good looking? How many guys have got that? That you're drop dead gorgeous. So basically your bank of points is down here. They're way up there because they hear it all their lives. So I'm not giving them my goddamn points. Basically, I use this, think of it as energy, but she's not getting my shit. Putting me in her little back pocket, walking away, smiling. Mm-mm. So how do you get her? She's way up there. You're down here. You have to go up there. You got to build yourself up. Okay? And then you got to mentally come in over her so as you get her power. That's how. And it takes work. Nitrile, yeah, that was a Joker guy. Yeah, I figured that was a Joker, Nitrile. Okay, that's my show for today, fellas. Y'all have a good day.